on, y'all? It's your boy Don Rico out here in La Jolla, San Diego, which is the crown jewel of the city. I'm out here to spend the afternoon with me. I'm gonna come out, probably do a little bit of shopping, speak my thoughts, and then we'll see where it goes from there. So I'm gonna take you with me on my day real quick, so we can just see what's out and about, so you can actually see what it's like out here in sunny California. So come, walk with me. We got some thoughts we gotta get out. What's going on, y'all? So I'm out here, La Jolla, San Diego, Westfield UTC Mall. As you can see, quite busy. You may see like a little bit behind me. I show you in front of me, but I'm not trying to turn it off just so you can see what's in front of me, but ain't nothing popping on right now. We're not even in the main part right now. So what I actually like to do during times like these is I actually like to put myself in challenging situations and circumstances that push me way out of my comfort zone. And this is something that I actually recommend all you guys do. But what I realize is that most people are not going to do it because of how uncomfortable it is. Think about it. You're pretty much the only one out here all about doing what it is that you do. And by doing this, and you got to make a habit of this too. It's like, for example, what I'm doing currently right now is I'm studying for my AWS so I can get my solutions architect certification. Now, from what I read and researched, getting that particular certification is actually a bit of a challenge. I told you guys I was busy out here, right? Getting that particular certification is a bit of a challenge. Most people that actually take it don't even pass it. So I actually personally take pride in doing something that most people just won't do, because most people are either too self-concerned or they just don't escape their comfort zone for whatever reason it may be. I'm trying to figure out where it is that I can go from here. So in the meantime, while I'm actually looking for the shops that I actually want to shop at, I thought I'd just kind of share these random thoughts with you guys, because regardless of what people may think, at the end of the day, you still gotta do you, you know what I mean? It's Saturday afternoon, it's pretty busy out here. This is probably honestly the most crowded that I've actually ever seen it out here. And it's kind of wild because you get all kinds of people out here, bro. It's nice, listen, it's nice outside. I was actually expecting some of the classes to be out because of that marine weather that we get out here, but actually so far it looks pretty good. So I'm actually trying to find this store. I don't know if y'all heard of it. It's like BYLT. I just saw this kind of jacket from like the Founders Collection, so I'm gonna go out and try to look for that. But in the meantime, listen guys, every now and again, something that I personally like to do is I like to reset and recalibrate and put myself into uncomfortable situations, and intentionally so, because here's the thing, it's like a muscle memory. The more you do it, the easier it actually becomes. And I realize when I look around, nobody's doing this. And I don't know what the reason may be, which is kind of funny because given the fact that we live in a social media age, in the social media era, you would think there'd be a lot more people doing this. But I guess everyone's just out here trying to have a good time, just shopping. See a lot of people out with their families. There's the collection over there at the UTC, which I kind of passed through earlier near the beginning of this video. You kind of got an Amazon setup right there. So you got some businesses around here too. You got plenty of restaurants, businesses, and I believe that they're actually expanding too. And he also just got that new store up there. You see it? Yeah, when that first stop opened up, there was like a huge ass line lined up just to go in it. It's personally, it's not for me, honestly. I have a very peculiar set style, so I kind of just stick with that. But anyway, that's not here nor there. I've been finding myself nowadays putting myself into situations that I find personally challenging, and the reason why I do it is because I understand that if you're going to get what most people want or what most people don't have, you're going to have to do what most people are unwilling to do. And this is like one of them, because you have to understand how inherently uncomfortable this is. And as you walk around, if you're going to be honest with you, most people, they think they have that confidence with them, whether they listen, they can have their makeup done, they can wear their best outfits, they can look good, they can be fit, etc. But most people aren't actually doing the inner work. You'll have to forgive the camera angles. It's a bit crazy out here. Right now, I just have it tracking my face, but I'm just trying to out here, just finding the store. But in the meantime, I'm just kind of taking a walk before I find it. They got a Shake Shack right here, which is unusual because in the West Coast, we rep In-N-Out over here, but you know what, why not put a Shake Shack out here in West Coast so people can actually decide what it is that they like and what it is that they want. They might have an edge with their crinkle cut fries, but, and this is the part what I'm actually trying to get you guys to understand. Listen, you have to get out of your comfort zone, and you just got to do it. You just got to put yourself into it, because I think honestly most people would like to do this, but they're probably too scared to do it, or they just never thought about it. Or it's just, I'm gonna be completely honest, I never thought about doing it when I first started. I know it's been a while since I actually posted anything, so I thought, you know what, I've been posting videos from my room, talking from my chair. It's been a while since I actually been out and about and posting content like this, and slowly you just gotta work yourself up to it. It's a bit of an uncomfortable experience, especially at first, so you might be surprised. It's a Lucid studio right there. See that? Lucid. I actually like their cars. I actually like, but I don't know. Everybody's trying to go on this Tesla thing, but given the state of the economy now, who knows what's gonna happen with that. But personally, I actually like the Cybertrucks. I don't even mind the Cybertrucks, but you'll have to forgive me. I'm kind of multitasking right now. I'm trying to find the store. But in the meantime, it's just kind of a small way for you guys to take you guys along my day throughout the afternoons. Kind of like spending an afternoon with me. So it's kind of like a mini vlog in a way. I mean, I'm not much of a vlogger, but maybe that's something I can do. I can do like these day in the lives, but I gotta find my ways to make my life more interesting, because usually I'm so dedicated and disciplined in what it is that I'm doing. I don't really intentionally try to do anything outside of the norm. Excuse me. I don't try to intentionally do anything outside of the norm to stand out or anything like that. I actually believe in authenticity, so I do things in accordance to how I want to do them. I don't really care about trends. I don't care about what anyone else is doing. I'm too busy focused on what it is that I got going on. And a lot of and that's the thing that's holding a lot of you guys back, is that you're just way too concerned about what other people are doing, what trends that they got going on. You're not even focused on what it is that you got going on. Real talk. A lot of times, I'm just gonna be completely honest, I'm gonna walk down towards it here because there's a restaurant over there, so I'm just gonna cut the corner real quick. A lot of times, honestly guys, you just gotta get out, you just gotta get in your zone. And the best way to do it is that you just gotta do it, you just gotta jump into it. Yeah, sure, I might have like quite a few eyeballs on me because I'm doing something that's, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's unusual out here. See, where I'm gonna pass right now, it's this restaurant called Din Tai Fung. It is a dope Asian restaurant out here. Let me see if I can get it. See that? That's the Din Tai Fung right there. I'm gonna be honest, seeing this right now is very unusual because there's hardly a line out here. And usually that restaurant in particular is very busy, so I might have catch it on the hours where it's actually slowest, which again is surprising and a bit unusual for me personally, because every single time I pass through there, especially on a Saturday, that line in the restaurant's usually popping. And where I'm about to go through next, I'm just showing you a little bit of Westfield UTC right now. I actually love the environment because it's like an outdoor shopping experience. It's not all indoors, you know what I mean? You see all kinds of videos over here. Now, if you see a whole bunch of, like, for example, luxury videos like that Ferrari right there, that's normal because we are right in front of Javier's. Javier's is like an upscale Mexican restaurant. A lot of people get valeted here. They either get valeted to eat there at Javier's, or they just get valeted because they just want to go and shop. You get a lot of high income, high net worth people come around out here. You see Beamers, you see BMWs, Mercedes, Porsches. That's normal out here. That's normal out here. It's not no Miami, but it's normal out here. But listen, La Jolla is beautiful. See, there are some hidden gems no matter where it is that you are. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Every single time I come through here, clean. It's super clean out here. I don't see no garbage. I don't see no trash on the street. It's like they really do take care of things around here. And it's wild because what people don't understand, like this is something that you really only understand if you're from Cali. There are certain areas of California, like Los Angeles is not representative of all of California. San Francisco is not representative of all of California. If you ask me, San Diego is going to take the lead on all of that. But the thing is, they say it's too expensive to be here. And personally, I actually see that as a challenge. I see it as a challenge because it's an opportunity for me to try to make it in a place where most people can't, because again, it's too expensive. I see it as a way of pricing out the people who are not supposed to be here. That's another place right there, another food place. I don't know if you can see Ramen Nagi. Hold on, let me turn around for y'all real quick. You see that right there? That's called Ramen Nagi. Now, normally, I do love to eat ramen, but the problem with ramen is everything is pork-based, bro. Excuse the breathing, but there's a lot of walking out here. Everything is pork-based, and I personally don't even eat any pork, so I'm good with it. Everything, the broth is pork-based. There's a lot of pork-based meats. If anything is chicken, and personally, I don't do the veggies because it's just not for me, honestly. And I eat my vegetables, but I'm not for the veggie ramens. I think honestly that kind of ruins the ramen experience, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Y'all have to forgive me. I'm really trying to find this store right now. But anyway, listen, those are just kind of my random thoughts. And the reason why once again, I have to kind of reiterate this to you. The reason why I'm actually putting those random thoughts out there is just because I'm trying to show you all the things that you can do, and everything that's open to you, if you just jump right in and just do it. That's it. That's all you really need to do. I think I passed through here already. People are probably looking at me like I'm crazy or something like that, but I'm with it because I'm doing something that most people aren't willing to do. And I secretly actually kind of get off on that because, trying to tell me, excuse me, I'm not going to edit any of this out because honestly I think it's unnecessary, because again, what I'm trying to sell here is authenticity. So I'm going to cut this part of the vlog very short because I got to find this store. It's actually starting to get on my nerves at this point. I'm trying to find this store. I'm trying to shop for this jacket that I saw, and maybe some joggers, and maybe some things here and there. And maybe I could do a bit of studying while I'm here. But in the meantime, the way I see it, anything's open. I'm open to do anything as long as I'm here. It's just, am I willing to do it? Do I want to do it or do I not want to do it? I almost didn't even show up, if you can believe that. Anyway, I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side. Deuces.
Guys, this burger is so good. From the Spot View Burger. Listen, I just had a taste for a burger. See that? American Wagyu. Sorry, I just had a taste for it, y'all.
What's up, y'all? Now I'm downtown San Diego. I don't remember what part of downtown this is, but you know, right down there, opposite end, that's where Petco Park is. I know that the Padres aren't playing right now, but that's probably later on this month. I was having a chat with one of the security guards. He was telling me the Padres playing somewhere around like maybe the 23rd or the 26th. I can't really remember, but that's when it usually gets loud over here. I had some extra time, so I thought, you know what? I'll just take this for the vlog, just to kind of give you all an additional look at what it's like downtown. I was kind of touring one of the apartments here, just kind of seeing like the studio and the one bedrooms, because you know, I like to open my mind to different things, just so I can get a better understanding of what's going on out here. But yeah, I mean, it seems like it's a lot right now. I'm on my way, just walking up, you know, just kind of giving you all my thoughts like I usually do. So far, I remember the last time I posted a vlog here, what I told you guys is that don't really come to the city if you're really trying to get things done here. Otherwise, you're just better off visiting, because there's too much going on in the city for you to just casually come over here, bring families. And I know some people do bring families along here, but usually I just see young professionals here. And then people who usually got money to spend and money to blow, they usually come out downtown. Other than that, people don't usually check out downtown. And another thing that's unfortunate about being in the city, especially in the downtown areas, and this is almost true for almost every city in America, unfortunately, there is a homelessness problem. And that's something that I noticed that California kind of has. And it's unfortunate because it's actually low-key heartbreaking. And the thing about the homeless, and this is coming from someone that's actually helped out and assisted the homeless, I'm telling you right now, the vast majority of them, they don't want help. You can try to help them all you want. I'm telling you, they don't want help. They're on drugs. They spend it on their money on different things. And I know because I just passed through some. One of them was literally smoking a pipe, which is crazy, but that's what you get down here. He had the lighter and everything. I wouldn't be surprised if it was crack or fentanyl. And it's just an unfortunate reality. And I'm telling you, most of them don't want to be helped. And if you do try to help them, they will resist and they will fight back. And it's unfortunate. It's truly unfortunate because there are a lot of people who have great hearts that actually want to help out. But unfortunately, most people just don't want the help. Most people just don't want the help. And as I'm looking around here, I'm like, something has to be done. Like, there are some areas downtown where it's super clean. And then there's some areas where it's just like trash. And it's unfortunate because, you know, this shouldn't even be a reality in places like California, for example. But that kind of gives you an idea of how poorly run the state is by our legislative leadership and our legislative members. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate because there are a lot of people that can do a lot of good. And unfortunately, that's overshadowed because people, they keep voting in people that's not for the best interest of the city. And they don't realize that who you vote for is a reflection of you. The people that are in office right now, making all these laws for the state, I'm telling you right now, they're a reflection of the people that voted them in. And it's unfortunate because everywhere I go, it seems like money could be better spent and better allocated towards refurbishing some places, making sure the water is more pure or work in order, and that the homelessness crisis is kind of cleaned up. Like, you don't have to really, what I noticed is that you might just have to clear them out, and it's unfortunate that we have to go that far, but that's the point that we kind of come to today. And, you know, don't mind me, I'm just expressing my thoughts as usual. There is a lot of, and listen, there's a lot of like high-rise luxury apartments, there's a lot of hotels, a lot of corporate buildings, you got a Chase building. There's a lot that's going on out here. There's a US Bank building right over there. But unfortunately, it's overshadowed. It's overshadowed because people just, for whatever reason, they just don't want to allocate their funds towards things that are more conducive for the city. And it's unfortunate. Excuse me, I'm just gonna run across here real quick. And it's unfortunate because these are funds that could have been allocated towards helping the people. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm just gonna have to let it fly and just walk wherever. But that's pretty much the gist of what it is that I'm trying to communicate here. It's just a lot has been going on in terms of not having the correct leadership, and you can kind of see it, not just here in San Diego, you can kind of see it everywhere. And sometimes it helps to actually come downtown so you can kind of open your eyes to it. It's a lot that's going on out here, and it's like I said, it's not a place that you want to come to live unless you're actually trying to get things done over here, unless you have some businesses, unless you have some people that you want to help out, or unless you actually have a purpose being down here, you shouldn't come down here to visit. And that's just with any city. You're better off just staying where you are, probably most likely in the suburbs. And the thing about being in the city too is also louder, so you're definitely going to get a lot of that. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just people have their heads in the cloud about the dreams that they want to accomplish, the things that they want to do. And a lot of it, and I'm just wrapping up my afternoon here in San Diego, but before I head back home, because I still got to study for my solutions architect thing, because I'm trying to go for a career change. And they're just blind or deaf to the reality of what it is that people usually go through. And a lot of it, they just don't really do the research, and they just don't assess, like, okay, what's in the surrounding area, what's going on down here, or what's happening down over there, or what kind of culture or group of people are down here. Like, they just don't want to do that kind of research. And for one, honestly, I don't really understand it, but it's whatever. I'm not tripping out about it. I'm just here I'm like a tourist in the city pretty much. So I actually kind of like, and this is just a side thought, I actually kind of like being a tourist everywhere I go in the cities, whether it be downtown San Diego, whether it be in Temecula, whether it be in Rancho Cucamonga, anywhere in Cali pretty much, because that's where I'm at. I kind of like being tourist in the areas, even though I may be familiar with the areas. And I like that because it kind of gives you almost a refreshed perspective on your surroundings. Like before, you might have had your heads in the cloud and you think, oh, this is awesome, like I'm in the city, this and that. But then when you're kind of like a tourist, you kind of like just refresh your mind. You can actually see it from a lens of impartiality. And then you realize, so I'm going downhill, y'all. And then you realize, oh, it's not really what it's cracked out to be. And maybe you still want to come anyway. But again, be intentional. I keep trying to tell y'all this. Make sure just y'all be intentional about your reasonings coming to the city. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. It's too expensive out here, and unless you're actually intentional about how it is you spend your time, unless you got a calendar going on, unless you got a job unless you are like a high earner, or you got a business or whatever, or unless you're in somewhere or you have a roommate in which you're making things work, or unless you're going to college, you have no business being in the city. Real talk. You have no business being in the city. See, that's the building that I really wanted to tour. I don't know if y'all can see it, but let me scroll up here real quick so y'all can see. See that up there? Up there? Right there. You see that? That's 800 Broadway. That's where I really wanted to go and get a tour. But I settled when I got a tour from, I was at the Diega. I got a tour from there. Really nice lady showed me around. She kind of cute too. Just a side note, but that's why I'm here. You know, I like to open my eyes to different things, and that's why it helps to be like kind of like just, you know how they say you have to have a beginner's mentality? Well, I have more of a tourist mentality when it comes to the places I visit. I act as if I've never been here before. They're probably developing a new high-rise right there. It's by a Bosa, so yeah. But anyway, I just kind of like having that mentality of, oh, where is it I'm gonna go? Because it kind of gives you like this fresh adventurous spirit, you know what I mean? I kind of like being an urban city explorer. That's what I'm starting to realize too, as I'm going through these cities and I'm just kind of walking around and I'm just intentionally getting lost. I realize I actually like being a tour in my cities because there's a lot that's going on out here. There's a lot that's happening. You don't know what you're gonna run into. You don't know who you're gonna run into. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what's gonna pop off. Like it's completely, because you have to understand, I grew up in the suburbs, so being in the city, it's kind of like anything goes. You don't know what the F is gonna pop off. And I think it's actually kind of awesome because now, if you look through here, on this track right here, you see that? Hold on, let me zoom out for y'all. This track right here, that's where the San Diego trolley actually comes through. It's pretty cool. It's actually, believe it or not, it's the first time I've actually seen the San Diego trolley. It's wild. It's the first time I actually seen the San Diego trolley. I know it's getting a bit dark for me to wear these shades, but I'm gonna rock with them for right now because the sun is setting and I'm gonna cut off this vlog right here. So I'll probably catch y'all off with final thoughts as I get home. But in the meantime, it's kind of like I was saying before, learn to be tourists in your own cities, or not even in the cities that you think are your cities. Just learn to be tourists in places in which you probably already visited or never visited before, because it gives you a fresh perspective of actually what's going on out here. See, it's the Diego right up there. I'm just now passing it. That's the building I just toured. Pretty dope. I like their one bedroom. It's actually cheaper than I thought it would be. Let's see if I can get that done later this year, but it's kind of like a goal or a challenge I set for myself. Listen, I appreciate y'all if y'all are still watching this. I appreciate that y'all are still rocking with the video so far. It's the first time I actually kind of did it like kind of like a hybrid vlog style, but like I said, I'm just sitting at my thoughts back here because what I kind of expressed earlier in the Westville UTC is that there's a lot of people right there. And I intentionally recorded that because you cannot be afraid of what people think of you as you're just kind of like walking around and giving your thoughts. It's like a muscle. Like, I know it's kind of weird, especially if you're starting out and you're speaking on the camera. It's kind of weird making that transition, but you get used to it and it's actually not that big of a deal. And you're just figuring out how I can have a better camera presence. And, you know, it's dope. It's truly dope. Like, you just need to. So I'm just kind of lingering around right now because I got time. And it's just kind of dope because I see at this point, honestly, I don't even care if I get the views or the subscribers. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do not care if I don't get the views or the subscribers, because I am so far more focused on the process itself rather than the actual results. That's what a lot of people, they get caught up on the results of things, and that's why they can't really stick to it. And that's just in anything. That can either be, whether it be content creation, whether it be fitness, whether it be business, whatever it is that you're trying to get into. All it really takes, honestly, is just the nerve to just not quit and give up when things get hard, because you're going to run into walls, you're going to have problems, you're going to have barriers. You got to learn to be a problem solver. You got to have patience, you got to have consistency, you got to be dedicated. And if you're not willing to put in that type of energy, and you're just willing to, because that's the problem with our current generation, it's like everything's so instantaneous, we just got to have it right now, you know what I mean? So we can't actually have any adaptability to patience and whatnot. I would say just honestly, just stick to it. I don't even care about the results anymore. I genuinely don't. I'm just documenting the journey at this point. I'm just documenting the journey. I'm just giving my honest, authentic thoughts, and I'm just letting you know what I think. That's all I'm doing at this point. All I'm doing at this point is just letting y'all know what I think. That's the building I really wanted to right there, 800 Broadway. It's just about the process at this point. It's not even about the results. It's not even about the views. It's not about the likes or the subscribers. Like, I'll worry about that shit later. Right now, I'm just far more focused on the process. Because that's actually what's most important right now. I don't even know. But I don't even know right now. See, it's wild. That's why I actually kind of low-key like the city. It's wild out here. It's a lot that's going on. People are just kind of... And again, here's just some food for thought. And I'm going to end it with this real quick because I got to get up out of here. Listen. If you're recording yourself and you're walking around vlog style in public like this, because I'm holding a stabilizer, I got my phone out, I'm just doing what it is that I do. What you're going to catch a lot of time is people who's going to like want to get involved, and you're going to get a lot of eyeballs on you. And you're going to get a lot of eyeballs on you because you're doing something that most people are not doing. You'll have to apologize. I'm kind of being situationally aware at the same time. You're doing something that a lot of people aren't doing. And you got to learn to just kind of be comfortable and just kind of stand out. And I'm just looking at the tower and just kind of stand out. Put yourself out there. You never know. But unless you got the courage to make that first leap, because I got a lot of people years ago in my past telling me, just take the jump, not just in content creation, but in life, just in moving up in whatever job it is I have. Just in general, they'll be like, hey, just take a chance. Just move up. Just do something. You know what I mean? Just put yourself out there. And I'm just experimenting with camera angles right there. But listen, y'all got to get out of your comfort zone. Y'all got to get out of whatever bubble that you've placed yourself in, because honestly, there's a lot that you could be getting into. There's a lot of things that you could be getting into. And there's awesome people that you'll be able to run into, but you won't really know because you're not out here, you're not taking the leaps, you're not willing to do the thing that most people are not willing to do. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, listen, I'm going to catch you all on the flip side. I got to bounce out of here before it's too late. I got to beat that traffic back home. All right. See you all in a bit.